Well, Liam, opening day finally nearly here. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I can't wait. You know, you have pre-season, you know you've got to put the work in, and you know you're building towards the first game of the season, but not just the first game of the season, it's about the whole season. But the players, I can tell from training today, are really excited. The staff are really excited. When I say the staff, I'm including not just the coaching staff, every member of staff around the training ground can't wait for what is the start of a new era. You know, and I can't wait myself, and I'm really looking forward to the game.
There is such a sense of excitement, optimism here across the city, across the county and beyond as well. It's amazing to think, isn't it, how far the club has come so quickly.
It is, it's incredible. It's what can probably only happen in football. From where we were a month ago, all of us so worried, so anxious about the future of this football club, to now speaking about football, which is what I love speaking about, you know that, Owen, anyway. And the amount of work that's gone into it, firstly from David Clowes and his people in terms of saving the club. And the feeling around here now is almost the complete opposite of what it was just a month ago, which is incredible. The togetherness is still here and the spirit is still here, but now we're on sound footing and hopefully we can take full advantage of that.
Let's get to the football stuff then, the bit you enjoy. Yeah. Lots of new faces. Yeah. How do you feel about how they and the squad have come together?
They have been outstanding. Outstanding in terms of, I knew they would be, I have to say. I know a lot of them. I know the characters. I know what they're about. They fit in. And it was important for me and for everyone working in the recruitment process. They have to fit into the values and standards of this football club and how we move forward. And I knew that they would acclimatise, they would assimilate really, really quickly, because that's the type of characters they are. So I couldn't be happier with how they've conducted themselves, how they've trained, the messages we've given them. We've given a lot of tactical information to the players. They've taken it all in their stride, and they can't wait for the first game of the season. And I'm really comfortable because I trust them to go out and perform at the highest level they possibly can.
Are you still hoping to add a couple new
faces?
faces?
Yeah, I do. I think if you look at the squad, I think it is needed. You know, we're not going to be able to go through a season with 14, 15 players, not to get to where we want to be. But again, the work that went into that first wave of players, it took a long time. And again, character, the right values, the right mentality. It's just now, because we're in this phase, we should still just as diligent in our work. So I won't bring anyone into this football club unless I'm 100% sure that they're right. I don't want to waste money. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I want to make sure that come September the 1st, we've got a full squad ready to go, ready to attack this league.
And how are you looking on the injury front? We haven't seen Christian Bielik and we're not seeing much of David McGoldrick either.
Yeah, so Christian is in a really difficult place in terms of, we want to get him up to speed, and he's had an issue with his other knee. It's not actually the knee that he's injured from Poland. He's just got a soreness and aching there. We've got to take our time with him and move him step by step. He's been doing all the work he's been asked to do. He's looking really, really fit, looking really, really good on the training ground. And in case of Didsey again, because of the numbers of the squad, he's got a small niggle and he won't be available for tomorrow. He wants to play through it, he wants to do all those things, but it's one of those where if he plays and he makes that injury worse, he could be out for 2-3 months. I'm not willing to risk that and losing a player David's quality to the group. So he's going to be vital to us this season, but he has to be vital to us and be fully fit. So I'm taking my time with him. He's doing all of his rehab, all of his work really, really well. He's running, he's looking really, really good, but I want to make sure he's ready for the whole season and not just the start of it.
This season's a step into the unknown in a lot of ways for Derby. First time in 36 years they've been in the third tier. What do you expect? What should we expect from League One, firstly?
It's going to be really difficult. It's going to be really difficult. It makes me anxious when people think we're going to walk this league. It's not going to be that way. There's a lot of very, very good teams in this league, including Oxford. Every game away from home is tough. You know, you have to be able to grind out games, you have to be able to win games in different ways. But what I want to see us really focus on ourselves this season and focus on ourselves in terms of the process and how we're going to play. That's really, really important. That's how you get consistent success, whether it's in the Championship, whether it's League One. You focus on your own performances and hopefully they bring you the results. But by no means is this going to be an easy season. It's going to be really difficult. You've seen Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday still in this league, Bolton are in this league, Charlton are still in this league. There's a lot of big clubs with bigger ambitions than being in this league is still in this league. So we need to get it right, you know. And the most important thing for me is no complacency and a consistency in our performance.
All that said, do you set targets? Do you have expectations of what you should achieve this year?
No, I think if you set targets, you can actually limit yourself. I haven't set any targets to the players yet because we don't have the full squad in. Once we do have the full squad, we can go down target setting. But for now, the target has to be every week to win the game we're playing. That's the most important thing. So in terms of targets this season, no. I want us to be up there challenging, and I think this football club should be up there. And there's high expectations and high demands, which is what I want. So I want to be at the top end of the league, but there's a process and it takes time. Last season, Sheffield Wednesday struggled in the first half. I think they were 11th or 10th or 11th come January. All of a sudden, second half of the season, they pushed their game away from getting to the playoff final. So it's a whole season. It's not just the first 10 games. It's a 46-game season, and a lot can happen in that.
Pride Park will be close to capacity on Saturday, and I think it's appropriate to finish with a word for the fans.
Man.
You've been magnificent.
Beyond, I don't have any words, Owen, for what the fans have done for me. I've got goosebumps out here talking about them, because without the fans, this football club wouldn't exist. The marches that they went on, the way that they supported myself, Wayne, and the squad last season. They gave us an extra 10 points last year, especially at home. And the away following was absolutely magnificent as well. But at home, that atmosphere, when we beat Bournemouth and we beat Fulham, we beat Sheffield United, it was the atmosphere from the crowd that gave us that extra 5% to win the game. So by thanking them, and I really mean it, I thank them from the bottom of my heart for sticking with us last year. My job is to give them something to shout about this season and keeping that atmosphere so that we have that extra 10, 15% every game we play, which will all get us to where we want to be again.